Want candy now?
What is going on, everybody? Nasdorachi here, and what I'm doing today is showing off a little bit of Dragon Ball Legends PvP mode. Now, at this point in the game, I think I'm ranked 40 in the world, so this is some of the top-end gameplay, what you can see. I'm going to analyze it a little bit, and we're honestly jumping right into a fight. There's actually some analyzing I just missed there on the Team Select screen, but we can get to that on the next fight. There's a few good fights here. I think there's a total of 4 fights, so hopefully you'll enjoy. I can point out some of the finer gameplay elements, some of my mistakes, some of the things you should be doing and looking for. So enjoy these ranked matches, and let's hop right into the first match. I do apologize that the actual game has no sound, but there should be some music going on in the background. And yeah, let's hop right in. So initially, jumping into this game, the first thing that you really should need to kind of get through that's important is that type advantages are hugely important in this game. As you can see, in the Team Select screen, you do kind of want to pick based off what your opponent has, and this is why it's important to have everything on your team leveled so you can kind of play this mind game with people. You're going to have to try and guess what your opponent's bringing and try and counterplay that. So leading straight into the battle here, I brought Piccolo to tank. Pikkon is just a really strong brawler character, sorry. And Pan, I figured he'd bring a red Goku or something, and he didn't, so that's why I brought her. So immediately, obviously if you guys are having any problems with the combat itself, let me know down in the comments any questions about what you shouldn't be doing, and I can answer those. But going through the fight here, each character, like right now with Pan, obviously I'm using red cards as the only thing in my hand, but she's actually, because of her green card, a little bit more proficient with red cards than yellows. Same thing goes for Pikkon here. So I'm ideally trying to play out my red cards, combo him, but also maintain a type advantage. And I think I end up losing Pikkon right here because this Dragon Rush is honestly just a guessing game. Now there's some things that you can do to increase your chances of winning the guessing game, at least if you're on the defending side, and really all that entails is you just have to pay a lot of attention to the cards that your opponent has used recently. If they've just used a blue or a green card before they lead into the Rising Rush, or if they've used 3 yellow cards in a row, you can roughly deduce that that's not going to be available for them to choose as the card that they are going to use for their combo. So again, trying to maintain type advantage here. Now, with Piccolo and Vegeta, it's actually kind of unique. Yes, Vegeta does do a shitload of damage to Piccolo, but because he is such a strong defensive and just damage-dealing character all around, he can actually reasonably go toe-to-toe with Vegeta with a type advantage. His Special Beam Cannon will actually still one-shot Vegeta in most cases. So here, Shallot has no disadvantage really whatsoever, so he is just kind of, you know, you gotta play around him. He's not super good because his card is only hero class right now, but he does have that advantage that he has no weakness in particular. So we're playing around that. Pan just does a lot of damage to Shallot in general, so we're able to red card him down and just burn all of our ki. Now, after this first battle here, we can get a little bit more in depth as to what's going on. This guy was actually pretty good, so we have a good fight on our hands right here. We baited out his attack, teleported him right there. That's another thing that's crucially important when you get to the higher tiers of PvP in this game, is you want to bait people's teleports. You ideally are going to be the second person to teleport, therefore the opponent has no options, and you catch them in a free combo, and you can kind of use a meaty to really just kind of do as much damage as possible. Or you want to be the first person to teleport into a situation where your opponent can't teleport out, which is a good example being the yellow card. They can't teleport out of that once they've activated. So you can be the first person to teleport in that situation. Alright, we're going to critique the actual opponent's team here. So he's got a Goku, a Pikkon, and a Piccolo, and an EX Goku that are leveled. So I'm picking my team. Piccolo, red card. I figure the red card, nope, swap out. At the end, last minute there, I figure I'm going to need a counter for his Goku. I'm going to need a counter for his Pikkon, but I'm bringing Piccolo anyway. He doesn't have a purple card, so I'm freeing in the clear there. Sorry, it's moving kind of fast here. I don't actually have control over the gameplay videos. It's not live action. I'm commenting on my own gameplay, so I'm going to find a way to get some control over that. Immediately leading out, he does the yellow card. A lot of people do that. You can instantly teleport and get a free combo with all your cards and keys straight out of that. As you can see, Piccolo's special beam cannon just does a ridiculous amount of damage, and we have his Piccolo almost dead already within the first few seconds of the fight. I switch out of Piccolo just because I want to save him for late game tanking, and I want to protect him from the Rising Rush. So Pikkon's good for now. He switches over to Goku, so I immediately pull out Pan to maintain the type advantage and start trying to just bait out his teleports. Get him into a situation where he can't change characters because all his timers are up, and he's used his teleport, and then I can really lock down another meaty combo. That doesn't end up happening, so what you see me doing there is, because I don't have a full key bar, is you'll see me do a combo and then swipe up with my thumb to rush in and pursue with just the light punching combo. I did it again right there. That's an invaluable tool because as you're rushing in and doing the light punch combo, your key will naturally go up. So this has allowed me to kind of play around having to use the in-game key charging mechanic. I don't really use that very often at all. Just try and allow it to build up in the time where I'm dashing back and forth. And yeah, switched right into Pan right there for the perfect type advantage. Boom, knocked out his Goku. And she took almost no damage from that Super Kamehameha right there. He does end up taking my Pan right here with his Rising Rush. And look how much Piccolo does damage-wise solo with the Rising Rush. This is actually pretty absurd. Just by himself. His other two characters are dead. 1.6 million damage solo character Rising Rush. So there's definitely some damage scaling stuff going on when you Rising Rush. Type advantage, you got to be aware of that with the lead-in damage on the Rising Rush. And there's some scaling going on as well behind the scenes for how many characters are left. We end up cleaning him up though with our own Rising Rush, and that's another victory with, I believe this guy was ranked 50. I don't remember. The first guy definitely was. He was actually relatively high up there in points, but don't often queue with people around my points level, and there's kind of this weird thing going on. This third match we're about to see right here is versus the Krillin bot. So when you get to high levels, you'll encounter this bot a lot when you don't actually queue versus a human player. Super easy to kill. You know you're versus a bot when it's a character that has no stars on any of his cards, Krillin, and his level and all his stats, like level battle rank 50, 14, 7, 13 is my rank points. All that matches and no stars on his cards, you know you're fighting a bot. So a lot of people are actually not trying to queue versus human players because they don't want to lose their win streak bonus, and they're just trying to intentionally queue versus that bot. And that's like, you see some of the people on the top of the leaderboards that have 50,000 plus points, they're farming a lot of this Krillin bot right here. And the bot's super easy. You kill it within 30 seconds easily if you have a level 1000 or 2 on your team. You guys said Piccolo will easily solo Shallot here, kills him in one combo, then goes into regular Goku right here, who's weak to Super Saiyan Goku, so that's a quick cleanup. And then Pikkon, yellow type, will crush Krillin. So this bot's super easy to kill. A lot of top players have been farming it. I tend to prefer fighting against other human players, but right now, when you earn points, if you fight someone who has less rating points than you, you do not earn any points at all. Literally, you earn like 2 points. So really the only way to advance in the ranks, is to farm this bot right now. And I'm not super happy with that, I'll tell you that. So quick cleanup on the bot there. And that's just kind of to show you guys. I left that one in here just to show you guys how that bot always pops up. And look how many points. We got 80 points for fighting him. We get 1 or 2 points for fighting other human players with less points than us. So again, people on the top of leaderboards you see with points that's 50,000 plus, they're fighting a lot of Krillin. Yep, Baba up there, she knows what I'm talking about. She's praying for queuing versus Krillin here. Oh, we got another rank 50, a good player here. So he has his good characters kind of mixed throughout his team here. His leading characters low level, kind of throw you off a little bit. But I'm trying to counterplay the Super Saiyan Goku. I'm trying to counterplay the Pikkon with my Goku. And Vegeta with, Piccolo. He's probably going to try and counterplay my Piccolo with his Vegeta. But again, like Piccolo is like the Rock of Gibraltar in... No, wait, it's the Strait of Gibraltar. Sorry. He's like I don't know, he's like Plymouth Rock for my team. He's like, you know, super essential, definitely main character, and also he's a great anchor as well. Even though I throw him out there first, kind of switch him out and leave him as an anchor character. Anyway, we're going into this third fight. Instantly, I was waiting for the yellow card. This guy's actually pretty good. He throws out the regular Ki Blast to try and bait my teleport. But I didn't fall for it, and we start a Goku on Goku combo here. So, Kamehameha, we've got his Goku down pretty well, but this guy actually comes back. This is a really good battle here. So I switched to Pan for the type advantage on that Kamehameha there, so she doesn't take very much damage. Try and get in some hits on him here, but he smartly switches out. Oh, and there's a glitch right there. Sometimes when you dash, you get stuck in place, so that kind of screwed me up in this fight. And I saw him rushing at me, so countered with a red card. Did really badly on that conflict, but I actually ended up winning it. He must have some lag. This match actually was pretty laggy. If you see the screen jumping around, that's not my recording or the encoding. That was actually just laggy match, which is almost why I lost. So right there, I could have teleported. I did teleport, and I should have teleported, but because of the lag, it ended up costing me Piccolo. But that's okay. This match is a good indicator of how you can come back, even when you're down a character, even when you're down an important character like Piccolo. So my team has no defensive unit now. Goku's kind of a glass cannon. Pan can't take damage for shit. So we're going to see a good comeback here, where he's up 3 characters. This Goku's pretty beat up, though, but he still heals with his Piccolo, so he's going to get that 25% health back at some point here. So Goku leading in. Goku favors using the yellow cards. You can see some lag there. He got around my yellow card, but he's used his teleport now, so we'll see if we can get around that before he switches. And very important, he rushed in on me, tried to use a blue card. If you do the light punch tap combo on the screen, I'll punch him before he can get that off, which is what I did. And we just saved Goku's ass there, and probably we saved our whole game. So, because of the lag, the Rising Rush didn't go off, which is actually good, because he swapped into Goku, and I did not want to Rising Rush Goku. Switch over to my Pan, make sure to beat him up on the type advantage. And now we're at a type disadvantage, and you can see one red card with Piccolo does some meaty damage. It's like a third of the health bar right there. So, I just did a naked, just completely raw Rising Rush right there. Actually caught him with it, because he was in the middle of activating a card. And thankfully we beat him out here, so we can start to make some major comeback moves. Picking that green card for me is huge in these Rising Rushes. Many people do not pick it. They don't think you have it in your hand or whatever. It's pretty obscure, so that's my MVP card right there. Okay, we got Pikkon with Goku here. We're on the type advantage. I love using the yellow card when I know people are going to charge in, because it's good defense, great zoning defense against that rushdown card. And that's what Pikkon's good with, so expect that a lot from him. So we countered with the combo into the main ability and into the card. So the main ability, when you activate it, is a 0 frame delay. You can activate that, and it will just boom, instantly go off, and basically you can combo right through your main ability with no delay on the enemy can't react. The green card does have a little bit of delay. It shows the animation of you powering up, and that basically will allow the enemy to break your combo and teleport out of it. What I'm showing off now in the game is just when you go to these different arts cards, you can look at the little 9 square indicator of what the attack range of that particular ability is going to do. So you can see like Blast is starting from the dot, straight red line forward, anything in that zone is going to get hit. The Strike card and the Super Dragon Fist card are both from the blue dot. The arrows mean your character is going to dash forward and do that 1 square zone. It's basically like a grab, what's the word? Fighting game terminology. The word is eluding me right now. Command grab. Basically command grab on that. And then the Kamehameha regular, just straight beam line. So don't forget to check these arts for the different characters you bring. It'll help you kind of get a better idea of what your character's capabilities are. And that was some ranked matches, you guys. 4 ranked matches at the top of the chain over here. I think the video is, it's just going to close out there. So I hope you guys did enjoy this episode as well. Kind of just showing off again some ranked matches. And yeah, I hope, again, if you guys are new here, feel free to subscribe. We can throw out some more of these ranked matches, kind of break down some more stuff. Again, huge points are you're going to want to bait your teleports. That's very, very important. You want the enemy to get stuck in a position where they can't react, and that's when you pull out your meaty combos, your blue cards, your rising rushes. So always remember to try and stay one step ahead of your opponent. When you're queuing into the battle, you're going to try and guess their team, counterplay into your advantage, and then in the actual battle itself, yellow card is great for zoning, but it leaves you stuck, so you can get teleported on and you're wide open. The red card, you can dash out of your own red card as long as you haven't already started throwing the punches and the kicks. So if you're dashing towards them and you see they react with a yellow card or a blue card or a rising rush, you can teleport out of your own dash in that sense. So remember little tips and tricks like that. The fact that your main ability is 0 frame delay, so if you need a clutch heal with Piccolo in the middle of a combo, it's a great way to throw it out so you can't get punished. If you have comboing with Super Saiyan Goku, you can use his and instantly combo into his, 20 key super move. So all these little fine points. Again, if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. Again, if you're new around here, I'd love to see you again on future videos. So like the video if you enjoyed it, and if you didn't, oh well. Either way, hopefully I'll see you again on future videos, and let me know what you think. Nasdorachi, see you on the next video. Peace out, you guys. Have a good one.